Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how to correctly position the flat for the pinion set screw on the Fusion 50. Doing the flat for the set screw is particularly important on a high power electric model. Here we have the right hand side frame as it is assembled on page 10 of the manual for the Fusion 50. I've temporarily fitted the motor and the pinion. What we want to do is ensure that there is a gap between the pinion and the pinion support block. Right here, once the pinion is secured. To get the flat for the set screw in the correct place, what we want to do is just lift the pinion about 1/2 millimetre off the pinion support and tighten the set screw. With the pinion now correctly positioned, we'll remove the motor from the side frames This is now where the pinion needs to sit when it's back in the model. We need to now measure from the end of the motor shaft to the set screw to get our position for doing the flat. And we can see with this particular motor we require the set screw to be positioned approximately 25 millimetres from the end of the motor shaft. We'll next remove the pinion and mark the position for the flat on the motor shaft. It's very important when machining the flat on the motor shaft to make sure no swarf or metal that you shave off ends up getting in the motor. The shaft's magnetic and any bits will be attracted to the magnets in the motor and potentially wreck the motor. What I like to do is put the motor inside a plastic bag and poke the end of the shaft through a hole in the bag. This is a Ziploc bag, so I'll also do up the end of the bag. Having poked the shaft of the motor through, next take a bit of masking tape or any sort of tape and wrap it around the hole you've made and around the motor shaft. Don't worry at this stage if you cover up your mark for the pinion support. Next, pull down the tape and uncover the mark you've made for the flat. To machine the flat, I like to use a motor tool with a reinforced cutting wheel on it. It's also very important to wear safety glasses and hearing protection. Well, I'm back from completing the dremeling on the flat. You can now see the flat ground on the shaft. Next, we take the motor out of the bag, being careful not to allow any steel dust to get onto the motor. We can now fit the pinion to the shaft, of course using Loctite on the set screw, and that can now be done up tight. And the motor can now be fitted back into the helicopter, and we just want to confirm that there's a small gap between the pinion and the pinion support bearing, which there is.